ready for our next game. Gonna send it over to strizer86 with Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon.
Alrighty. Thanks, guys. All right, so as mentioned, I am strizer86. We are going to be running Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. We're going to be running any % ultimate, no out of bounds. Behind me, I have G&D, who's attending his first GDQ, and I'll let my two commentators introduce themselves before we get started.
I'm Comrade. This is Bobby.
The Blacktastic.
Awesome. So we're going to get into it right away. I'll give you guys a countdown. Timer's going to start on character control, so I'll do my best to interpret that, and we'll get right into the details. All right, time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Ultimate Mode. We saw Laxus, who ran the Nightmare category back at HGDQ. This is going to be vastly different than the run that you guys saw at HGDQ. Ultimate allows you to have a fully powered up Zangetsu right out of the gates. That's normally achieved by killing all of your allies, but we get to basically have our cake and eat it too. So we're going to recruit the allies. We're also going to get the fully powered up Zangetsu, best of both worlds. We are playing no out of bounds, so Nightmare is the most out of bounds heavy category, and we're going to see none of that today. We're going to be playing it legitimately.
So let's talk a little bit about the soul arts or skills that Zangetsu has in the Ultimate category. Ultimate is pretty much a new game plus, so you get all of these abilities right from the jump. You have the ability to run really fast. You have a crescent slash as soon as you jump into the air, and you also have the double jump. So it kind of essentially turns it into a Ninja Gaiden-esque game with its fast play style instead of Castlevania. But there's a reason why we call this Super Castlevania 3 EX Turbo HD. The boss that's going to be coming up here is the Glutton Train. For the first 3 bosses in the game, they actually hold these the crystals, the jails that the other characters are inside. So with defeating these bosses, we get to possibly recruit some of these awesome characters.
So starting off, what you're going to see me doing is using the Charge Slash, which is exclusive to Ultimate, and I'm going to be trying to get triple hits using the chain on the way back. Charge Slash normally does 12 and doubles 24, and if I can get the triple chain, it actually does 21 because it normally does 7 apiece.
Yeah, basically what he's doing with his large hitbox of the Charge Slash is he wants to use that large hitbox and completely and consecutively, really nice kill there, consecutively go into the enemy's hurt box, stacking that damage multiplicatively. The Charge Slash will deal more damage than any sub-weapon that Zangetsu has.
And that's stage 1.
Good fight.
Fun fact, it's not completely evident, but you actually get a free life. Every boss has a desperation attack in this game, Drummery aside. But if you avoid the desperation attack, you actually get a free life. So this is Miriam. She is the main character of Ritual of the Night for those that have played it. She has the high jump ability. She uses a whip. There's not really too much you're going to see of her movement abilities, but she has the most powerful weapon in the game, which is the axe sub-weapon. Zangetsu Slash does a base damage of 4, and the axe does 25. So it's a pretty big difference.
You're going to be seeing what Miriam can do here. She can slide under small crevices just like this, really nice double slide, saving a couple of frames as opposed to just switching to Zangetsu outright and just dropping straight from the ledge. We're going to be coming against a water current here, so he's going to be staying in the air as much as possible, getting as much dash momentum into the air, and then just using Miriam to slide under those crevices. We'll be picking up the tag here for Zangetsu.
Ooh, that was close.
And again, we're just going to be abusing the massive damage and the huge range of the Zangetsu Charge Slash, pretty much being able to fell almost any normal enemy, about like 98% of them. So what Strizer was saying about Miriam having probably like the best weapon in the game, the axe, we're a bit it might seem that we're a bit good on weapon energy, but throughout the game, there are little weapon energy pots that increase your capacity by 10. So after this, we're going to be picking up the axe, and then following right under this small crevice, which is relatively a secret. And then we're increasing our capacity up to 30, maximizing our DPS with the amount of axes we can get on this upcoming boss.
So this boss is probably going to be the only time that I'm going to maybe ask for any form of quiet time. It's probably the tightest quick kill in the game. If you miss it, you're going to lose about 10 seconds, but we'll see if we can get it.
Good luck.
So unfortunately, I got hit and I ended up missing one axe, which is pretty crucial. So we're gonna have to see this little second phase here.
There we go.
And we'll dodge the desperation attack for some swag. So yeah, ideally you kill him before he goes off the bottom of the screen there, but not hitting the one axe is basically made up with the 2 extra charge slashes. Next, we're going to be recruiting Alfred. Alfred's going to be the second part of the equation in terms of doing massive damage. He has the ice ability, which actually doubles the damage of your next attack. So combining that with Miriam's axe, we're then going to start doing 50 with the axe to most bosses and enemies. So I think as we go into stage 3, this is actually going to be a really good time to open it up for donations if you guys have any.
Oh, we've got a lot of them. We've got $50 from Malcreos, who says, Strizer, I mangled the speedrun of buying a ticket to SGDQ, but I know you'll do great at your run. I hope the crowd will do us proud during the Twin Dragons and scream, woo, with you.
You guys are going to get to see that a little bit later, but we are definitely going to get the dragon scream going. Thanks, Malcreos. You can keep going.
Sure, we've got $25 from Bradley Jolly, who says, Bless RNG here from the back couch. First GDQ and Bloodstained is the game I want to get into speedrunning, so I had to support during this run. Donation to the host choice. Bless the run. And $50 from Ainsley Wilkinson, who says, Yo, it's that time of year again. GDQ is such a treat. Love the games, love you all. Now, let's help some doctors.
So we're going to be coming into a Crusher section here. We're going to try and do some smart deboosts to get through as fast as possible. Thankfully, the Crusher doesn't kill you automatically. If you need to, you can swap characters for the sake of using their extra health, but we're going to see if we can minimize that.
Excellent, very nice. So the next box that we're going to be coming up to is Veil 4, and there are a couple of win conditions with this boss. But this is the first time you're going to be seeing the synergy of the Frost Caliber and the big old axe from Miriam. The head of this boss actually takes double damage, so we freeze that. Then we let go with the axe for an insane amount of damage. Alternatively, on those little gold coin platforms, you can hit those for 1 HP of damage each, but obviously that's a bit slow. There we go. Make it rain, make it rain.
As you guys saw, the attack actually continues after the whole screen goes white, but so we're not going to get that extra little free life, not that it matters. So we're not using it yet, but I did pick up the Demon Essence for Zangetsu in that stage, and what that is going to allow us to do is actually do 1 extra damage with regular attacks. Doesn't seem like much, but there's actually a lot of enemies coming up that have 5 health, so being able to do 5 versus the 4 is actually going to be super useful.
Mm-hmm. The ally that we just recruited is Jeeble, definitely not Alucard, but like Alucard, he can fly. He can fly.
He can only fly. He actually doesn't have any extra sub-weapons. That is just it.
No. But we actually kind of used this a little bit earlier because the purple candles usually hold weapons, sub-weapons for the other allies. But if we break open a purple candle with Jeeble, it'll automatically spit out 5 points of weapon energy, which is kind of what we need, a bit crucial for the upcoming fight.
Oh, stairs, please. That is the first time that's happened. So stairs are notorious in this game. They're basically like other Castlevania games. The way that it technically works is there's a small slot in which you can fall through the stairs. I call it consistently inconsistent, because if you do the same thing every time, you're going to get the same result, whether that's falling through or making it. But that wasn't a terrible place for it to happen. There's definitely a lot more consequential places it could happen.
So since we are doing the no out of bounds category, we are not going to be doing any sort of crazy zips here. Just taking a bit of the scenic route and using Zangetsu's dash ability to traverse horizontal ground as quickly as possible.
Would you like to intro everybody? We're going to try and get the audience in chat going with this boss coming up. So Bobby's going to kind of roll you guys into the details here.
Yeah, so per earlier donation comment, the upcoming boss of this is the Twin Dragons. They are a really excitable bunch, and I kind of want to let everyone in on it. They do a woo, but a more enthusiastic woo. More like woo, but like for like maybe about like 5 seconds.
Elongated
So
woo.
I'm going to need a lot of energy from the crowd for this really, really hyped double dragon boss. Can I get some hype from the crowd a little bit?
Awesome.
All right. Let me get the woos ready one more time for this boss, and I'll let you guys know, all right?
Count it in. You got this.
Twin Dragons, how you feeling? Let's go, guys. Woo! Lovely. All right, let's go. We're going to be using that Frost Caliber, freeze and dumb, double damage from the axe, 1 and a 2, and another woo. But wait, there is more. The Twin Dragons, with the power of polymerization, turn into... wait for it. Twinner Dragoner. Woo! And again, we're going to be abusing the Frost Caliber and the Axe Strats. 50 damage straight to the head, and there you go. An excellent phase 2 boss. Now, as we veer away from the Vania-type bosses, Stage 5 and onwards, Integrates got a little bit creative with the rest of the boss designs, so...
I accidentally got rid of my demon essence. I must have collected a candle I didn't see, so this is going to be interesting to see how I'm going to try and do the start of this. I'm not sure if this is the demon essence.
It is, yeah.
Nice. All right, well, handy backup right there. Something you can do, and I'll try and show it off the next time we use it, is if you actually jump and dash at the same time that you use the demon essence, instead of Zangetsu having his feet planted, you can do it while you're jumping. Saves a little bit of time, super handy.
Also in Stage 5, we're going to be coming to, at a midpoint in the game, a certain set of like mid-bosses, portraits reminiscent of earlier Castlevanias that will actually instantly kill a player character if it manages to get its special attack off. However, since we are super powerful with Zangetsu, and this is the ultimate category, we're going to be attempting to fell it in one single swoop.
We're going to try the Bobby strat here. I usually swap to ice, but we're gonna see if we can do him proud. That's okay.
Here we go. And again, with using all of your allies, you can take a lot of shortcuts that make the stage like a lot shorter. Again, Jeeble is really good for that. Miriam for... There we go.
Had to show it off.
Swag. Also with the crescent slashes, it's pretty cool that you can kind of negate enemy projectiles with that huge hitbox. Almost setting up a little bit of armor for you. So there's actually win mechanics in this stage. You'll see him like, be slightly pushed off to the right or to the left. It's going to be a bit of precise positioning for this upcoming boss.
We're going to try for the air axe with no freeze, see if we can get it.
Let's do it.
Nice.
And a 1.
Okay, so we got the bad pattern. We're going to lose a little bit of time on getting the bad pattern.
That's right, using that long range. There we go, very nice.
And one more jumping demon essence for swag.
There we go, it's Desperation Attack. This is like pretty much like the only boss's Desperation Attack you can die from, only by falling off the stage. Just a little bit of whoa, because it's so mad, it just disappears. We'll see it in the next game for sure.
It's worth noting, I didn't just use the demon essence for actual swag. You want to get rid of all of your extra weapon points at the end of a level because, like your traditional Castlevania games, it counts down your remaining weapon energy. So saves you a tiny bit of time. On to Bobby's favorite stage.
Worst stage in the entire game. Anyway, so this is stage 6. Speaking of saving a little bit of time here and there, we're actually going to be picking up an item, the Gauntlet, that increases all of our damage that we do from any character by 1. So again, you might not think that it's very minuscule for it, but for the amount of like DPS that we lay on for the upcoming bosses, that just little ones just adds right up. But here's my favorite room in the game, good old swap hop. Using the double jump of Zangetsu along with the long jump of Miriam, swapping and hopping.
That room was treacherous before we thought about doing it.
Those Axe guys are jerks. Yeah, I think we're just going to be a little bit more buffer time. Besides little floor clips, so open floor for donations.
Definitely.
Absolutely. We've got Sinfix, who donates $1,000.
Woo! That's a woo.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave a comment, but thank you so much for your generous donation. We've also got $250 from Knox166, who says, shout out to my boy Bobby on the couch.
Shout outs to you, man. Thank you for donating.
You can keep going a few more.
Sure. We've got $50 from Squidman223, who says, good luck, Strizer.
Thanks for the luck, Squid. Appreciate it.
I actually didn't know there was a health bot there.
And we've got $250 more from Josh Lapine, who also says, good luck.
So we're coming up to Bloodless. Bloodless is probably one of the biggest sources of RNG in the entire run. She's going to spawn umbrellas. Should be charging. She's going to spawn umbrellas, and we're going to hope she's going to spawn them in a favorable spot. She's probably not. But what we're looking for really is for the middle and the top umbrella to basically spawn right above me. We'll see what we get, though.
Crossing the fingers for that double axe.
I've done it once and only once. So yeah, we'd have to cross those fingers. Okay. Oops. That's fine.
Side. Donk.
Got enough extra that I should be able to still make this work.
There we go.
Boink. Small optimization there. She actually goes towards whichever direction your character's at. So I pinned myself against the wall to actually avoid one extra swoop of her going across the screen as the tornado. Wow, we're blowing through this. We're on to stage 7 already. Second last stage.
This is a marathon about going fast.
True.
You know?
Goals.
That's a glad. This is stage 7, probably one of the kind of more arduous levels in this stage, especially if we're doing no out of bounds, because this stage is extremely long. We're going to be trying to maximize the use of movement abilities such as high jumps, double jumps, and whatnot. Also creating a lot bigger of a weapon pool as we pick up a additional weapon reserve along the way. Just maximizing that output.
We're going to say no to the armor up. We're not really going to need it with the amount of health and characters that we have. I missed a large weapon pod, but it's not the end of the world. There's a lot of extra ones you can farm in this stage. So See if we can get the double shot here. Nope. It's fine.
So that there's a fire golem, and he hurts extremely much. He's actually only vulnerable to the frost caliber. There's also a way that you can like damage boost through him, but frost caliber is actually faster.
All right, this is the ego painting, by the way. We'll see if we can one-shot him. Nope.
Yeah, much like in stage 5, that is the mid boss. So we got a whole bunch of more stage 7 to go. We have a couple donations to read out.
Yeah, definitely.
You got it. We've got Psychofish with $250, who says, I've been playing Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night this weekend and loving it. Just wanted to donate to a great cause during a great run of the spiritual successor to Castlevania. We've got $15 from Vice64, who says, Twin Dragon. Woo!
Woo! Lovely.
We've got $15 from The Painter, who says, people may wish the puns might stop, but they are wishing in Vania.
All right, stage 7 boss. Again, super anime. Thank you, Inti Creates.
I was unfortunately one weapon pod short, so I need to stop for that, but that's fine.
Oh, no, you got all that you need here. Again, we're going to be just abusing that frost caliber, get 50 damage right across the board, right before he even gets his main attacks off, to where he encases, envelops the entire room in lightning, but we're not even going to deal with that. And now you're going to be seeing some Zangetsu! Ora, 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 ora! Blah! And he dies. We'll see him soon, though, I'm sure.
He'll be back in Ritual. So yeah, now we're on the final stage. Final stage is going to be different from the final stage that you saw in Nightmare. Nightmare featuring Zangetsu as the final boss. Ultimate, we're going to be fighting Gremory. The stage theme is basically a whole bunch of these bugs. I'm not sure what type of bugs they are, but a lot of casual players don't realize that you can use Alfred's Flame Shield to just pass through them without damage, so it's super helpful.
So that's why we're just going to be switching back to it right now. And we'll be good for him for the remainder of the run. Stair drop. All you gotta do is just hold up on your D-pad to clip onto those stairs, so no fear.
Easy every time.
Grabbing a health pot here, just demonstrating, saying nay to the termites, the whatever you want to call these. We're just gonna re-up on our flame shield because we have another shortcut to go through. And this is actually where Zangetsu's Chart Slash really comes in handy because a lot of these monsters are pretty mid-boss-ish in health.
They're beefy. I'd say now's probably a good time if you guys want to sneak in a few more donations before we get to the final boss.
I've got them for you. We've got $50 from Sonic Mega, who asks, if Bloodstained lets you play as the Hype Dragon, would it be called Curse of the Woo?
Woo! Oh, very nice double stack.
Thank you.
Oop. All right. Stairs!
No, that was just me.
A very nice Hall of Frogs. They just don't really take any effort to kill. But here we go, final climb. These sets of staircases seem a little bit familiar, right? But now that we pretty much have all that we need, opting for the ball and chain strats here. And Gremory comes in 2 phases. We're going to be using the Alfred's Flame Shield along with the DPS of Zangetsu for most of it. Again, avoiding those termites, and then there we go, just laying on the damage with the axe with reckless abandon. But Also, a pretty fun thing, that double damage stack that we've been talking about throughout the run actually applies to like other weapons. So that flame shield, you're hearing that the damage go off, not only from the Zangetsu attack, but from the flame shield. So again, stacking multiplicatively, that one damage that we get from the gauntlet that we picked up earlier in the run really adds on.
That phase 1 was actually really good. I'm surprised. So final, or I guess time is going to be on the final hit of this boss. I'll call it out best I can.
Good luck. Okay, the ball and chain deals about 7 damage, 8 with the gauntlet strat, so kind of laying that on to Gremory while you're charging up the slash. Really good way to attack on DPS. I think conventionally the charge slash is just large enough to hit. And time's gonna be coming up soon. Time.
That's time.
Very good run.
Really happy with that. No major flubs. We didn't fall victim to too many stair traps. We didn't have any characters die. Also, Zangetsu's gonna say, "Give me a hug," to the giant purple orb. But yeah, that's ultimate any percent with no out of bounds.
Dude, shout outs to Inti Creates who created this game as a Kickstarter goal even. Like, this game probably wouldn't have existed without the support and the love of the communities, you know, of indie games, of EGA titles, of modern Vadia titles. Like this even shaped out to be such a nice precursor for what Ritual of the Moon had in store for us.
Quick shout-outs to the whole Bloodstained crew. If you guys are interested in running either this or Ritual of the Night, join up the Discord. The Discord's been booming with all of the new activity given Ritual of the Night. Shout-outs to my coworkers back home at Ubi. Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. You know, it was obviously them making it possible for me to even take the time off to come here. Shout outs to Lindsay, my girlfriend, love you. She's been extremely supportive in me doing this, not only as a passion, but with some recent health stuff I've been going through. And shout outs to you guys all out there in the audience and everyone in chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the marathon.
Yeah, can I get a woo from the audience? You guys are great. Woo! Thank you so much. Shout outs, guys. Stay tuned for Symphony of the Night up next.
That was a spectacular run of Bloodstained. Let me give you one last one of these. Maybe the last one, we'll see. $500 from Frice, who just says, woo! They have so many O's in this donation, it stretches off of the page. It's wild. We've got $50 from Philip32, who asks, how did Dracula get such good real estate? He staked it out. I'm getting a lot of steak puns. I don't know if y'all have any bite puns, garlic puns, something like that. Send them my way. We've got $400 from Mott, who says, I guess we won't have time for the amazing end credit song, I Am the Wind in Symphony of the Night. I'll be singing it in my heart the entire time. It's fine. $222 from Banana, who asks, Orange, you gonna say banana? Well, I just said it twice. This game is awesome. Can't wait to play. Coming up, we've got Castlevania Symphony of the Night with Dragon Blitz. I'm really stoked that they got their incentive met to upgrade the category. We've got some other challenges coming up that you guys can meet. I've got a lot of donations here that are coming up here. Let me show you one of them. $15 from Calder, who says, loving the run so far. Donation goes to the Prey Glitch Showcase. That's going to come up right after Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. So if you want to get your money in for the Prey Glitch Showcase, we're only around $4,000 away. So Get that money in ASAP.
Stage 2 was defeated this time.
Vilmibum gives $100. That says, despite weeks of nightmares, Prey is one of my absolute favorite games and I want to see more of it. Put this towards that glitch showcase. Oh, this is a good one. $25 from Vicarious Vice, who asks, Castlevania speedrunning? I guess all that backdashing is good for your alucardio. That was a good one. $10 from Dizzy Bum, who says, I had to work overtime yet again at the Feline Rescue Center. I've barely gotten any sleep lately. I guess Castlevania. More money coming in for that upcoming Prey Glitch Showcase. $15 from Anonymous that says, Prey, much like GDQ rules. Showcase me some glitches, please. All right, and we're going to toss it over to one more Twitch ad. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
We have a $15 donation from I Go for Life, who just says simply heart.
We've got $10 from codename Chaz, who asks, why did Dracula finally retire from his day job? Well, he was getting a bit long in the tooth. Cypher Black with $5, who asks, why is Dracula a vegetarian? Because steak is bad for his heart. Does drinking blood count as being a vegetarian? I don't think so. We've got $100 from Serial Masticator, who says, shout outs to Dragon Blitz for being the real monster in Castlevania. Good luck with the run. And speaking of that Castlevania run, I think we are just